You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. That's Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor, philosopher, and probably the calmest man to ever deal with a collapsing empire. Here's the thing. Most people spend their lives reacting to problems, to people, to every little inconvenience. They let their emotions yank them around like puppets. But Stoicism? It's about cutting those strings. It's about becoming mentally untouchable, not because life gets easier, but because you get stronger. Today, we're breaking down 5 Stoic rules that will help you build that kind of strength, the kind that no insult, failure, or chaotic Monday morning can shake. Stoicism isn't about being cold or emotionless. That's a common misunderstanding. It's about mastering your reactions, keeping your peace, and focusing your energy on what actually matters. In a world that constantly throws noise, distractions, and nonsense at you, Stoicism is like mental armor. The Stoics faced wars, exile, disease, and death, yet they stayed calm, rational, and purposeful. If they could do it without modern comfort or therapy apps, we can too. So let's break down 5 timeless rules from the Stoics, and how to use them to stay unshakable no matter what life throws your way. Rule number 1. Control what you can, let go of what you can't. Epictetus said it best. Some things are in our control and others not. This single line is the foundation of Stoicism, and it might be the most freeing thing you ever learn. Here's how it works. You can't control other people. You can't control the weather, traffic, or the past. But you can control your thoughts, choices, and attitude. Most stress comes from mixing those two up, trying to control the uncontrollable. You argue to change someone's opinion. You obsess over outcomes. You get angry at delays. What if you stopped doing that? What if every time something annoyed you, you asked, "Is this within my control?" If it's not, let it go. If it is, act on it calmly. Marcus Aurelius practiced this daily. He ruled Rome, the most powerful empire on earth, and still wrote reminders to himself like, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." That's how you stay mentally untouchable. Not by controlling everything, but by mastering the only thing that truly belongs to you, your response. Next time you catch yourself spiraling about something, a rude text, a failed plan, a bad day, pause and label it. In my control or not in my control. Then act accordingly. That small shift will save you hours of pointless frustration. Rule number 2, train your mind through discomfort. Seneca wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." And he was right. Most of our fears live in our heads. We worry about things before they happen, and when they finally do, they're rarely as bad as we imagined. The Stoics believed in preparing for hardship, not to live in fear, but to build resilience. They called it premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. They'd imagine losing their job, their possessions, even their loved ones, not to be morbid, but to strengthen their mind. So when life hit hard, they were ready. It's like lifting weights. Discomfort makes you stronger. Seneca also practiced voluntary discomfort, sleeping on the floor, eating simple food, to remind himself that comfort isn't guaranteed and that he could live well without it. Try this. Once a week, do something slightly uncomfortable on purpose. Take a cold shower. Skip a meal. Leave your phone behind for a few hours. You'll realize that discomfort isn't fatal, it's training. And when real adversity hits, you'll face it with calm instead of panic. That's what Stoic toughness looks like. Not macho posturing, but quiet preparation. Rule number 3, focus on virtue, not validation. Here's a question. Who are you when no one's watching? Because Stoicism isn't about impressing anyone. It's about living in alignment with your values, no matter what others think. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." That's brutal honesty and real freedom. When you stop needing approval, you start acting from principle instead of fear. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself, "It never ceases to amaze me. We all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. Living with virtue means being guided by wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline, the 4 Stoic cardinal virtues. It means doing the right thing even if it's unpopular. It means being honest when lying would be easier. It means staying kind even when others aren't. Before making a decision, ask, what's the virtuous thing to do here? Not, what will people think? When your actions line up with your values, external opinions lose their power over you. And that's the heart of being mentally untouchable. Rule number 4, practice amor fati, love your fate. This one's powerful. Amor fati, love of fate. It means don't just accept what happens, embrace it. Marcus Aurelius said, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything thrown into it." That's the mindset. Whatever life throws at you, you use it as fuel. Lost your job? That's a chance to reset your direction. Got rejected? That's a test of resilience. Plans fell apart? That's life nudging you towards something better. The Stoics didn't waste energy wishing things were different. They focused on turning everything, good or bad, into an opportunity for growth. When something goes wrong, don't say, "Why me?" Say good, like a soldier facing the next challenge. That one-word shift changes everything, from victimhood to mastery. You can't control fate, but you can always control how you meet it. Rule number 5, remember, you could leave life right now. This one hits deep. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now." Let that determine what you do and say and think. That sounds dark, but it's not. It's a reminder that time is short, and wasting it on petty things is insane. Memento mori, remember you will die, was not meant to depress the Stoics. It was meant to wake them up. Seneca wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." When you remember that death is certain and unpredictable, you start to focus on what truly matters, being present, being kind, doing meaningful work, and not holding grudges. Imagine that tonight might be your last day. Would you still scroll mindlessly? Would you still argue over nonsense? Probably not. You'd call someone you love or start that project you've been putting off. Let that awareness sharpens your priorities. Let's recap. Control what you can, let go of the rest. Train your mind through discomfort, build real resilience. Focus on virtue, not validation. Act with integrity. Love your fate, turn obstacles into fuel. Remember your mortality, live with urgency and gratitude. These aren't abstract ideas, they're practical tools. The Stoics didn't just write about wisdom, they lived it every day, in chaos far worse than ours. You don't need to be perfect, just aware. Start small. Apply one rule today, then another tomorrow. Each time you do, you're forging a stronger mind, a calmer heart, and a spirit that nothing can break. So ask yourself, what would happen if you stopped reacting and started responding like a Stoic? If this video resonated with you, take a second to reflect. Maybe write down which rule hit you harder. And if you want more Stoic wisdom to keep your mind sharp and your soul steady, subscribe and join us here at Stoic Wisdom. Remember, the world can't break you unless you hand it the hammer. Stay grounded, stay strong. And as Marcus Aurelius would say, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be one.